What's the creepiest noise you heard at night? When I was 9, I started hearing weird scratching sounds in my bedroom wall, not the ceiling or floor, just one specific wall behind my dresser. My parents said it was probably mice, and Dad even put traps in the attic, but the scratching never stopped. It actually got louder, like something was trying to dig through the drywall. One night, I woke up at 3:17 a.m. I remember checking my SpongeBob alarm clock because the scratching turned into a soft tapping, like someone using their fingernail to get my attention. Tap, tap, tap. I pulled my Spider-Man blanket over my head and tried not to breathe too loud. The tapping stopped, but then I heard something worse, whispering. Not words exactly, just this low, mumbly sound coming through the wall. I told my mom the next morning while she made my Eggo waffles. She looked tired and said, "Honey, our house is 60 years old. Old houses make noises," but she didn't hear what I heard. That weekend, my cousin Jake stayed over. We played Minecraft until way past bedtime, and I completely forgot about the weird noises until Jake shook me awake around midnight. "Dude," he whispered, "someone's scratching your wall." His eyes were huge, and I could tell he wasn't messing with me. We both sat frozen, listening to the scratching get faster and faster. Then it suddenly stopped. Jake wanted to go get my parents, but I was too embarrassed. They already thought I was making stuff up. The next day, I noticed something I hadn't seen before. A tiny crack in my wall, right where the scratching always came from. It wasn't there before, I swear. I pushed my dresser aside and put my eye up to the crack. All I could see was darkness. But when I put my ear against it, I heard breathing. Not animal breathing, person breathing. That night, I grabbed my dad's phone while he was in the shower and turned on the flashlight app. I waited until 3 a.m. when the scratching usually started, but this time, it didn't. Instead, there was a faint smell, like dirt and something sour. I pointed the flashlight at the crack, which looked bigger now. Something moved inside. I saw a flash of pale skin and what looked like an eye. I dropped the phone and ran to my parents' room. Dad was mad about being woken up, but Mom saw how scared I was. "Just sleep with us tonight," she said, giving Dad a look that shut him up. The next day, while I was at school, Dad decided to check my wall. He texted Mom that he was going to cut a small hole to see if there were mice inside. When I got home, police cars were parked outside our house. Turns out, our house had been built against an old storm drainage tunnel that wasn't on any city maps, and someone had been living in there. They found a dirty sleeping bag, food wrappers, and a notebook with drawings of our family, including me sleeping in my bed. The weirdest part? On the wall of the tunnel, right across from the crack into my room, someone had drawn dozens of eyes. The police never found whoever it was. We moved 2 weeks later. I check every wall in my new bedroom every single night. Last month, there was a news story about the family who moved into our old house. Their kids started complaining about scratching sounds in the walls. Nobody believed him either.